Today's episode of the Mind Sculptors podcast is brought to you by TCG Player, your source for all your trading card game needs. Please consider using our link in the description for your next purchase, as it helps support the continued refinement of our show. This episode is also made possible through the gracious support of our Patreon members. If you wish to join this esteemed group, simply visit patreon.com/The Mind Sculptors and become part of the SCULPTY family today. And of course, if you prefer a simpler gesture, we invite you to subscribe, leave a like and comment on YouTube, or leave a review on Spotify or Apple Podcasts as a most fitting offering to the ever-watchful algorithm Jesus.
What's up, nerds?
You know, Cal, I was thinking of classic scenarios, and does this ever happen to you? You're a fun little zombie warrior in the middle of Tarkir, and you're like, man, I don't have a place to keep all my fangs. Well, if I got a service for you...
Or if you're me, you call it, you're break it. You need to figure out how to break the fangs.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I got all these intact fangs. Please, someone help me deal with them. Man, this is going to be very bad, cheesy funny for the YouTube audience, and the podcast audience is going to be like, what in the shit are you talking about?
No, there's a podcast title.
No, Cal. You don't get it.
You don't get
it. Everyone knows that people click on the episode without reading the title.
Everybody, all of our titles are just episode 199, right? Like that's all it is. It's just
just 199. We'll never hit 200. We're sort of on a Sisyphusian push towards the 200th episode.
What episode are we on, actually?
Episode 3000.
I don't think so. Listen, the McElroys are on like episode 7 something.
Yeah. Which is so crazy that we're on 3000.
Yeah, I know, because they've been doing their show for over a decade.
Yeah.
Hold on. I will tell us the actual episode. We're on this is episode 182.
Wow.
We're actually not that far from like 200. We're probably going to hit 200 this year.
Big 200. What episode did I join in as the official co-host?
It was before 100 because we forgot to do something for the 100th. We very much were like, we talked about it. We were like, we should do something. And then we just like didn't.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Which is like very on brand for us. We also did that for the 150th.
Good.
Excuse me. No. It was. Yeah, you officially joined on episode 102.
Oh, okay.
But we were kind of unofficially already doing the like, you were basically my weekly co-host at that point.
Gotcha.
On episode, I believe it was 98 or 99 was when you were like.
So I'm getting to my Mind Sculptors centennial here.
Yeah, I know. We're like, I mean, you've probably already hit 100 episodes given like how many you were on before.
Yeah, with the brewing episodes, the Cobblepot and stuff. For
sure. Like you were around before. But, we're like almost 2 years of it just being the two of us.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's like weird to think about the fact that there was like there was like a whole other Mind Sculptors before.
Yeah,
the two of us, honestly, like it feels like an eternity ago at this point. But also feels like it was just yesterday. Anyhow, hello, nerds.
Yeah,
I'm going to reuse that open.
No, it's good. It's good. Yeah, it's very.
I think it's great.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show. I'm Cal.
I'm Ian.
And today here on the Mind Sculptors, we are going to be brewing a commander that just came out that apparently everybody else has brewed and done a video on, but ours isn't going to be like that. Ours is going to be super special and different.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to be looking at Kotis the Fangkeeper. This was a card we talked about during our set review. That was honestly one of the cards that felt like the most interesting to brew around, if that makes sense. Because it was like, I feel like it was the most like unique of all the commanders we talked about. I think if that's fair.
Yeah, I think it's definitely got an interesting design space. I think there's some interesting like challenges that get presented with this commander. And it sort of puts us in this really interesting middle space of like, is it mid-range? Is it some sort of all-in deck, right? Like, what does it sort of create? And it
creates a deck where I get to play Sword of Feast and Famine.
Does it? I guess.
Or Sword of Fire and Ice. Probably more accurately, Sword of Fire and Ice. But
so we'll definitely talk about some of these more intricate moments here, right? Because I'm very convinced that the anti-sword plan is like 100% correct. So I'm very excited.
The anti-sword plan,
as in like swords are bad.
Yeah, but I like equipment. So no. It's been good. You have had a crazy couple of weeks. It's been a couple of weeks since we have recorded. I think you have been home over the past 2 weeks, a total of like, if I recall correctly, maybe 50 hours.
So yeah, I've been home about, about 3 days in the past 20 something days. So definitely been a little bit of a crazy time period for sure.
It's fine. I'm fine. But yes, so if anybody's wondering, by the way, why our like release cadence has been weird, it is in part because of your wild schedule. Also part of it is on me for like in the middle of all of this, also sometimes just being like too late in the game, being like, hey, we should probably record something this week, huh? So good to be back behind the microphone. So we're looking at Cody. Is it Kotis? It's
Kotis. Yeah.
Kotis.
Yeah.
Because I put it in there as Cody, not Cody. So anyway, let's talk about what this commander does for a minute for those who might not have watched our set review and might just need a refresher. So Kotis the Fangkeeper is a 2/1 legendary zombie warrior that costs the generic a black, a green, and a blue. It has indestructible, and it says whenever Kotis deals combat damage to a player, exile the top X cards of their library, where X is the amount of damage dealt. You may cast any number of spells with mana value X or less from among them without paying their mana costs. So this is like a super unique ability. It like is kind of evocative of from the first Cons set. I want to say it's like it's one of the Sultai cards. I don't remember what it's called. It's like an X spell too that
Villainous
stuff. Yeah, Villainous Wolf. So it's like thank you for knowing what I'm talking about. It's like a little evocative of Villainous Wolf in like some regard.
That
so
feels
like,
very intentional too. Yeah.
So like immediately when most people have been looking at this, right? What is the approach that you have been seeing people take this immediately?
Well, it's been interesting. I think a lot of people have sort of thrown out like some hypotheticals of like, oh, here's some things that are fun with this. But I feel like a lot of it has been a, sort of like, I don't want to say shallow reviews, but I guess that is how I would describe it of like, oh, okay, yeah, this is what will make it probably good. This is what will make it probably bad, right? Without like going into the details and doing some of the nitty gritty. So I think that's going to be some of the interesting exploration here with this commander is like, figuring out basically what we need to make it tick, what's actually going to take to make this commander worth the investment, basically.
Right. So right off the bat, like obviously things that pump like Cody or Kotis is going, I need to change the name I need to change the the name. Otherwise, I'm going to keep calling it the Fang or Cody instead of Kotis.
Yeah.
All right. Except I misspelled Fang.
No, leave it in.
Honestly, yes, the Fangkeeper.
This is Kotis the Fangkeeper.
So what is the first thing for you that you're like wanting to look to do when we're brewing this,
so
right?
I think some things that are really beneficial for this commander is this concept of like, okay, I think first of all, the fact that it's indestructible is a really nice build around, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because even if you don't pump this commander up, it means that you can use actual damage or traditional destroy board wipes, right? While being able to one-sided rat the board and keep your value engine, which is your commander, on the battlefield, right? So like that part's pretty sick in general. Plus we have the Sultai core, right? So things like Rhystic, Mystic, all the black tutors. You have your the Oracle Consult. You could potentially go into Necro Alliance, stuff like that, right? So there's definitely like a solid foundation to sort of build this deck upon. And then I think it's a matter of making smaller investments into things that would artificially pump the power and or give evasion to provide that sort of consistency if we want our commander to become this over the top engine, which is I think what the deck is doing more realistically. I think like if you treat it as like turbo Kotis, I don't think it's really going to do much of anything. Right? But I think if you more so respect the deck in the sense of, okay, you know, we'll give a few homages to our commander and then sort of let everything else be just Sultai good stuff. I think that's much more the
and I think that like also plays into like something we talk about on the show fairly often is the idea of like the three buckets that commanders tend to fall into, right?
Yeah.
Are they combo pieces or win conditions? Are they advantage pieces, or are they draw pieces, sort of, or mana sinks, or they draw sinks? And so with this, like it's very obviously a card advantage engine in the command zone. So looking at it almost like a Tymna, I feel like to some degree is maybe like a better way of looking at it than being like, we got to go over the top, you know? So like first things we want to add here, obviously, like I feel fairly good about being like Mystic Remora is a pretty good card. And I think Rhystic Study, I don't know if you've heard about that one.
Yeah. Bold take there. Bold take.
Yeah, I know. We'll see if it will work. There we go. Okay. So we got these two.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to do the old 30 island.
Good. I was worried that we wouldn't have enough islands.
Yeah. Well, you know me.
Yeah.
It's always, we always always overland. Yeah. And then we go back. It's so much easier to taper back from way too much than it is. So yeah. Yep. So we got this. I'm thinking obviously like the Chromoxes and stuff, you know. Yeah,
Chromox, Mox Diamond, Lotus Petal, right? Soul Ring, Mana Vault, all that kind of stuff.
Wow. I can't believe you would suggest such cards.
I know. You really got to get this like these packages on Mox Field, so you have to do this every time.
I probably do have some packages on here. No, excuse me. Buick Cube. Hey, could I interest you in Buick Cube cards?
Good, powerful, strong. I hate that you have cEDH Stoned Blade, but you don't have fucking cEDH Fast Mana Cal. What is wrong with you?
I got counter spells.
Arden Core, get the hell out of here. Okay, and then we'll probably end up in like the Arcane Signet space for sure.
Yeah, more than likely. I also think it is probably safe to assume we will be on like a Delighted Halfling.
Yeah. I think we can do sort of a basic Dork suite, right? So I think Delighted Halfling and Birds and Deathrite at the very least, right? And then, sort of go from there. I think, any other additions will sort of depend on the mana base. I've been looking...
The fuck was that?
I didn't know it did that. I got a porg.
the fuck did you get that?
When we went to Disney California.
Oh, that's so funny.
I don't know how it made the noise though.
Did you squeeze it or
no? Look. Why did you do that?
Honestly, the fact that you can't recreate it is even better. Like,
it's just his stupid face is looking back. It's just like,
it barely looks like a poor guy too. For something you got at Disneyland, it looks like like something you got off at like a knockoff store.
So upset at this moment.
Did you get any of Goofy's balls though?
What?
Have you never seen those?
What are you talking about?
Goofy sour balls.
Oh my God! Stop! What?
Wait, have you not seen these?
It did it again.
Here, I'm sending you a picture. Did you buy any of Goofy's assorted sour balls? I'm not being crass.
I think assorted makes it worse almost.
Or you could get Disney or not Disney. You could get Mickey's cherry sour balls.
Come on, stop. That's not real.
It's right here on the screen.
It's the fact that they gave him that face. Like someone knew what they were doing. You know what I mean? Like that is not. Or there's this. Like look at that face.
His
eyes are crossed.
Gorsh.
Gorsh. Why several balls?
Okay, so we got the birds, the death rights, the delighteds, the porgs on our shoulder. You know, the stuff you need. What else should we be adding in this is kind of like the skeleton of the deck.
Yeah. So I think obviously this is going to be like a culling ritual deck, right? As every good Sultai deck is the current moment, I think. The awkward part is going to be like any sort of equipment and or auras that we play, like obviously fall to a culling ritual, but I think that's fine. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
I agree.
I think it's okay. I'm really interested. Oh yeah, and then like Oracle Console, Oracle Tainted, right? I think we should get our tutor suite in, right? So Vampiric, Imperial, Demonic, at the very least. Okay, and then obviously I think we want like the basics of an interaction suite, right? So we want like Force of Will. I do have that package.
Mm-hmm. Look at that.
Wow. Okay. Well, you have negate in there, so like
that's what you went to, not OG counterspell.
Well, OG counterspell is fucking digestible as opposed to actual goddamn negate, Callahan. Muddle can probably go. Spell Pierce can probably go. Mana Drain can probably go. Delay can probably go. I think. Do you want to start diving into some of the fun stuff?
Of course.
Oh, well, actually, we should probably talk about win conditions, right?
Yeah.
And how we're
called Thassa's Oracle and Demonic Consultation.
Whoa. Okay.
All right.
So now comes hopefully the fun stuff, right?
Yes.
Oh, some people
cut the fun stuff.
Some people are playing Mutate in this deck, which is very funny.
What?
Like some people are looking at like Mutate cards.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's actually kind of sick.
I've honestly heard of considerably less based things than that, for sure.
That's not the
Yeah, this is the moment where Cal and Ian decide whether this is the most based or most cringe thing in the entire world.
Yeah, hold up. Hello, Glowstone Recluse
for 4. It only makes it 4 power. Where there's some straight up 6/6.
But it's anytime it mutates. So if you mutate it again, it gets another one plus all whatever the other.
We're hoping
mutate stacks get really stupid. What'd you say?
I said I think we're hoping for a single mutate. I don't think we're hoping for like mutate stacks for sure.
I think that is, if we're gonna have fun, we're gonna have fun, right?
Like I unironically think the Sawtusk is like actually really good.
Yeah, that seems pretty decent.
4 mana, Beast Within, plus make Kotis 6/6, hypothetically crash in with a 6/6 trample commander, cast 6 mana worth of spells for free. Seems kind of cool. Seems pretty
cool.
What's the bottom left Mind Leecher do?
Mind Leecher is whenever this creature mutates, exile the top card of each player's library or each opponent's library face down. You may look at and play those cards for as long as they remain exiled. That's fucking hilarious.
It is 5, but it is
5.
At least sideboarding for sure.
Yeah.
Can't believe we're looking at fucking mutate cards.
I'm so here for it. I've never been so excited to brew a deck before.
I think the point is to look at mutate versus, or mutate cost versus power granted versus ability on mutation, right? Which is why the Sawtusk was one of the first that popped out to me, because 4 mana mutate plus 4 power, right? And gives form evasion and trample, right? Like that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it does give our opponents a blocker, but which is
you just don't attack that person.
Sure.
Like 4 mana, blow up a Ristic Study, have a 6/6 is pretty cool. Like,
this is interesting. Auspicious Sterix.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever this creature mutates, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile X permanent cards, where X is the number of times this creature has mutated. Put those permanent cards onto the battlefield.
I don't know. You just most likely flip until you hit a land, and then you're like, all right, cool, flip the land.
Yeah, probably. But I don't know. That's interesting.
That's a lot for 5.
Gemraiser is probably minimum worth it. Whenever this creature mutates, destroy target artifact or enchantment an opponent controls. And it gives reach and trample. Yeah. And it's a 4/4 for 3.
That's probably fine. I don't know that I'm necessarily sold, but I can get behind.
I think I like that more than I like Sawtusk Demolisher, probably.
Really? I think the 6 power is so big.
I mean, I think it is. If I were to choose between the two of them, I would probably choose Gemraiser because it's a little bit cheaper. And this is already restricted to non-creature permanent. So, like, if I'm going to be restricted to that, I'd rather just not give them a body.
Sure.
And I get reach and trample out of it for like 1 more or less.
That's fair.
So that's my thought on it. But
I think another like kind of cute one is Guardian Augmenter.
Which one is that?
It's a flash 3 mana 2/2. It's not a mutate card.
Okay.
And it says commander creatures you control get +2/+2, and then commander creatures you control have hexproof.
Okay.
I think it might be too cute, but it's fun at the very least.
Oh yeah. I
think it's a sideboarder.
Yeah, this was from 2021.
Yeah, I think it's from the Strixhaven. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also like Heroes Blade a lot. That one's actually one I'm a big fan of.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Just immediately 5/3 Kotis.
Seems
no
decent.
evasion in that scenario, but like it's a free equip, right? And so that we're pretty good at. And then I think while we're talking about like cheap equipments and cheap artifacts, I think the one from the new set, Dragonfire Blade, makes a ton of sense here, right?
100%. That's a good card. Every time I look at it, I'm just kind of like, what the fuck? It literally equips for 1. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I completely agree. Rancor feels close.
Yes, I would agree with that. For now, I'm just putting most of the stuff in the main board, and then like
we can cut stuff later.
Yeah.
Brotherhood Regalia is another one that I think is very good from the Assassin's Creed set. I think that just gives you so many things on one stat line. It's like kind of insane.
Ward 2 is an assassin in addition to its other types and can't be blocked. That's and it's equip 1. Yeah, that's pretty good.
And then I think there's like the cheesy infect ones, right? Like I think like the pump spells, you know, like there's like groundswell and mutagenic growth. Let's see what else. Some people are playing Might of the Nephilim.
Fucking what?
2 mana gives a creature +2/+2 until end of turn for each of its colors.
Seems sus.
Yeah, that's funny.
I mean, yeah, I think it's more funny because it's called Might of the Nephilim. But I don't know. That's kind of my.
Yeah, I think Scale Up is the one that like feels like an auto include to me.
100%. I forget that card has fucking overload every time I see it.
Yeah, right. It's like, oh yeah, that definitely did not need that.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, okay. Well, I guess
there's
that
some
works.
really interesting stuff from some of these new sets, like Power Fist from Fallout. There's the Leyline Axe, which I think is probably just bad, but it's funny.
Power Fist is trampling whenever this creature deals combat damage. Player put that many. Hello, yeah.
That scales relatively quickly.
Yeah.
I love this casual Voltron deck we're building. Some people were looking at playing Hatred in this deck, but legitimately, I think resolving a real ad nauseum is just always strictly better than this choice. So,
what does Hatred do?
You pay X life, a creature gets +X/+0.
Oh, yeah. I would just rather play ad nauseum, and I don't even know that I want to play ad nauseum. So
yeah, exactly. And also, your Hatred caps out at 20 because any more, and you deal lethal commander damage to your opponents.
Well, this is cute. Bristly Bill in this deck.
Feels so slow, right?
It does. It could, but it's like, if you play this, I mean, 1 fetch land pumps Kotis 2/2, right? Like,
yeah, I think it's better than like the Power Fist, but I don't know if it's super fantastic. Do we think Become Immense is played here?
I mean, it's not played here, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I think if you do end up going with the Sans ad nos version, then yeah, it makes perfect sense.
I think here's the issue I guess we're going to have to figure out is how hard we go into some of these cards, because like, the biggest issue with a lot of these is like, if your commander is not out, they're big, bad dog water cards.
Yeah. 3,000 agreed.
So that's like the balance that I want to try and figure out is like the balance of the pump cards.
Yeah.
And the good cards. So, which is probably why I lean closer to like enchantments and like artifacts. Like Commander's Plate is probably reasonable, honestly.
Yeah. The equip 3 is like kind of a turn off to me, but I hear you on that.
Yeah. Pip-Boy's not bad here.
Pip-Boy's not bad. I was definitely thinking about that one. The fact that it's like a little bit of acceleration, or it could even be, a little bit of pump for your thing. I think like Lost, or I mean, Umezawa's GTA, I think is perfect for this deck, right? Because that one's
100%
incredibly well.
Yeah.
Because even if you go in with any creature, realistically, I think GTA is just one that you and I know of, like, talked about potentially being underplayed, period.
GTA is just a card that has the ability to take a game over.
Yeah.
And that's like kind of my like whole thought on that.
Yeah. And what's nice is that you don't need your commander for that type of thing.
Correct.
Either, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
It also doesn't even need to be equipped sometimes. So
Fully agreed. And I don't think we put the Damnation in yet, but that was like one of the first cards we talked about for this deck, right?
Correct. I have not put that in, but Damnation.
Oh, wait.
Perfect.
We should be playing Scythe Cat Cub instead of Bill if we're playing any of those. Because Scythe Cat's like strictly better than Bill in most circumstances.
Is it?
Right?
Oh, yeah. That's pretty good. I'm going to be honest. I didn't know about this card.
Yeah. This card's busted.
Might be worth playing both, honestly. But
yeah, I'm now going to do a Scryfall search on board wipes for this color.
Seems decent. Yeah, there's a lot less board wipe options, honestly, when you think about it in Sultai.
Yeah. If we were in white, this deck would be oppressively board wipe heavy.
Yeah.
So yeah, Damnation. We've got, ooh, wow, it really drops quality wise.
Sure does. I think like the next one is like what's the 5 mana you destroy all dragons or non-dragons?
Yeah, Crux of Fate.
I was gonna say like Crux of Fate has to be the next best one, right?
Yeah. There's also Phyrexian Scriptures, but that's 2 turns to pop off.
Yeah.
Which is not super fantastic. Let's see, what else do we have here? Wow, there's really not a whole ton of board wipes.
There's not in these colors.
Okay, Cal, hear me out.
Okay, I'm hearing and I'm outing.
World Slayer.
No.
But think about it.
I did the last time we talked about this card.
Have we talked about this card before?
Yes. You know how I know that? It was in my search history. Because when I went up here to do that, it was already. So I guarantee you, the last time we did a deck tech, and I bet you it was one of the Arden decks. You mentioned this as a joke. And I was like, what the fuck does that even do? And I looked it up.
Yeah. Are you not ready to slay the world, Cal?
I think that there are better ways to save the world.
I think Phyrexian Scriptures is maybe the next best board wipe.
You've heard it here first, folks. Phyrexian Scriptures is the next cEDH staple, and it is co-signed, actually mostly signed by cEDH All-Star, one of the greatest of all time, ComedIan MTG.
I feel like maybe I'm being sort of taken out of context here.
I'm not taking you. This is what you said. This is the next best one. So this is obviously a great cEDH card.
You're a wiener. And then I guess after that's Deadly Cover Up. Woof. Which I think is better than Crux of Fate, I guess.
Wow, these colors suck.
For board wipes, yeah. Yeah. A little bit.
Wow. Okay.
I'm actually kind of fucking blown away about how many board wipes there are not in these colors. That's wild.
Yeah, seriously. Like most board wipes are blue or white.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Well, shit. Yeah. All right. Well, I guess Damnation's really our heavy lifter, followed by Deadly Cover Up.
Excuse you. Phyrexian Scriptures?
Oh, Phyrexian Scriptures. I do think Phyrexian Scriptures is probably playable in the deck, though, to be honest.
Yes. Okay. Truth be told, because of the fact that it does the +1/+1 and of stuff, it's absolutely good. Cool. Like I said, new cEDH staple. Here's the thing, Ian, is if you were to take this to like an event and do well with it and say any passingly positive thing about Phyrexian Scriptures, it could be the vaguest positive thing about it. As long as you top forward with it, enough people watch your content that play in events where they would be like, this is the new truth. This is the new truth.
I hope that is not as black and white as you're making it sound, for sure. Okay, so board wipe search was kind of mid. That's okay. Did you see my update to the deck list name? Why Ren?
Because then it's like a name, like somebody's first name, right? Like Ren Fangkeeper. It's like a pseudonym.
It's Fangkeeper. Thank you very much.
Fangkeeper, excuse me. It's Ren Fangkeeper. Hold on. Hold on.
Wait a minute. All right, I'm adding Sylvan Library. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
I gotta admit, I've been too scared to go see the Minecraft movie because I don't want to be. I like don't want to be in one of the theaters where like popcorn gets thrown into the air and lands on me. But I do want to see the movie because it does look very fun.
I have no idea how that was tied into anything we were talking about.
Have you not seen the clips of people reacting to the chicken jockey from the Minecraft movie?
Idea.
Oh my God, Ian, my brother in Christ, come with me down this rabbit hole. Let's see. Here we go. So this is wow.
Holy shit, what the fuck? What do you mean? Oh my God. Why is this a thing?
This movie, okay, have you seen the Rotten Tomato reviews for this movie?
No.
I'm going to let you into so I want you to look at this right here.
Okay.
Fans fucking love this movie.
Okay.
So I want to go see it.
Well, why are people throwing popcorn?
Because chicken jockey. You saw the dude who was like holding a chicken, right? They fucking stopped the movie. Do you know how bad you have to be as an audience for the theater people to stop the movie? Do you know how many Marvel movies I have been to where people have given like 15-minute standing ovations for, you know, somebody walking through a portal?
There are so many people.
It's funny until you think about the poor theater staff who have to clean that up.
It's just, the more I think about it, the funnier it gets. Oh, man.
It's honestly something I can't relate to. Because I know, like, I'm the type of person that if I spill even a little bit of popcorn, it ruins my day. Yeah. Even if I'm done eating the popcorn, if I spill it a little bit, it ruins my day. So the thought of in excitement throwing the popcorn into the air.
There's so many people doing it.
Do we have to watch it again?
Yeah.
I think we have to watch it again.
It just starts with one guy who's hyped. Oh, there were so many people trying to be normal. It starts with just one guy just freaking out, and then it's the popcorn, and then there's zoom into the chicken.
You mean this? There's so many layers to this because this person is on a friend. In the time that thing came up onto the screen, somebody got onto their friend's shoulders with a live chicken.
The question is, did they have the chicken the whole time and we're just waiting?
They had to have.
They somehow managed to get this chicken into the theater somehow without making anyone aware. Or
this is my emotional support chicken.
Yeah.
This is not emotional support. This is my
yes,
this is my
service chicken. Oh my god,
I had to go through a lot of intense training.
Well, what's the skill he's trained in? He wakes me up in the morning.
He makes sure that I don't stay asleep.
Oh fuck. Okay.
What were we talking about?
Oh
yeah, Ren Frang Jockey.
All right, now the question is, how much of this are you leaving in?
Probably all of it.
Oh, okay, timestamp guy, we're back. All right, timestamp guy, we're back. Honestly, I unironically think that this is like probably just a Balls to Citadel deck too.
Yeah.
Or we can go like Raza, but I think the whole point is we're not playing a bunch of creatures, right?
I'm so villainous 12 kit pilled. Bolus's Citadel. Yeah. Okay, Caleb, lock it in. Lock it in. Lock it in, Cal.
Which means I think we want Sensei's top and probably Fishbowl, realistically, because we only have a win condition right now.
You know, I gotta hand it to you. We have been doing like a good job of like
re-bringing back Fishbowl.
We've really been on the cutting edge of the like renaissance of Aetherflux Reservoir.
Yeah. It's kind of become my brand right now. It's just like how many decks can I stick Fishbowl?
We're really like hard going back to 2016, right? Mm-hmm, like, you know.
Mm-hmm. This is a boomer-filled stacks pushing podcast. So. When's the last time we actually talked about a stacks deck in this podcast? Was it Voya, maybe?
That's a good question. When was the last time that we talked about a stacks deck? Probably the last time we talked about stacks in any capacity was when we were talking about Ardentana last year.
Oh, yeah, fair.
That's probably the last time, and that was in May of last year.
That was when Dual Lotus was legal.
Back in my day, you used to be able to cast Malcolm without any lands.
Fucking true.
So what do we do here?
Do we want to add a Nick Betrayal? There we go. Yeah, I think Mnemonic is great here, right? Any calling ritual deck, I feel like probably just wants Mnemonic, as it were.
That makes sense. I do generally not love Mnemonic Betrayal, but I do understand why it is a good card. It just
within a board wipe deck, it's much more appreciable, right? In that way,
for sure.
So let's look at the equipment. I
have a little bit of a meme card.
Maybe.
But it is worded in a way that is conducive to what we're doing.
I forgot that's the templating of this card. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. It feels like
a podcast audience. We are reading the Tabernacle at Pendrell Vale, which says all creatures have, quote, at the beginning of your upkeep, destroy this creature unless you pay 1.
Yeah. So like when your so for those of you who are lost, when our commander says indestructible, and in case you don't know how that works, right, is if it tries to destroy an indestructible creature, how does indestructible work, Ian?
Well, if you look at the definition of the word indestructible, it means cannot be destroyed.
comes from the Latin
destructi.
El destructo.
Yeah, the Latin Spanish word el destructo.
Oh my lord. Yeah. So honestly, like Tabernacle does not feel terrible here.
Yeah, I'm kind of into it. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm glad that you're not lying to me.
Okay.
Anyway, so what do we need to put around? Like, how do we build this thing out? Because I feel like we've gotten some of the peripheral stuff.
Yeah. I think we need a one ring. That feels appropriate here, right? I think we need. I'm just kind of looking at the artifacts. I think we need a Mox Opal.
Can I just say?
Yeah.
That the One Ring being called the One Ring has big the University of Ohio or the Ohio State University vibes.
Yeah, like, for sure.
I just had to get that out of my system.
Yeah, pop off. Mox Opal, definitely want a Wish Claw, especially with being in a Calling Ritual deck. It's very, very good there.
Yes.
I feel like there's something here with like making the equip cost cheaper, but I can't think of what it is right now. Or we can just
not in these colors.
Yeah. I think we can just eat the cost for right now. I think maybe
probably
one of these will go is what I'm thinking.
Probably. I feel like it's probably Soul Cleaver.
It has the highest scale, but I guess it never gets evasion is the problem.
Yeah. I feel like it is the one that it feels a little bit more like Windmore-y almost is my thought on it.
Okay.
I don't think it's not an include. I just think that if we're going to like when we get to a place of like cutting cards, like this is probably one of the cards like of the equipment, probably like the first one to go.
Yeah, I can get behind it for sure. Yeah, let's move that out. Okay. And then looking at let's see. Oh, we don't have Dark Ritual in. It's probably just
we should probably play that.
Yeah, probably.
I've heard Dark Ritual is a good card.
Mm-hmm. And then, so our main ways to win right now, right? We're looking at Oracle Consult, Oracle Tainted Pact, Bolus Fishbowl top, right? In that case, we have Delighted Halfling already, which is good. So what's our plan A? Because I feel like Kotis is supposed to be our plan B, right? Like that's the concept.
Mm-hmm.
So plan A is just play Sultai mid-range, never resolve your commander, right? Is that kind of the idea?
That feels bad.
Feels bad a little bit, yeah. So is plan A actually just mid-range until you Kotis? Is it kind of like the Tivit idea there?
That makes the most sense. But here's the issue with that, though, is like the whole thing with like Tivit is it like comes down as the closer.
Mm-hmm.
Kotis isn't really a closer.
Yeah, but it's also 4 mana, right?
It's true. Yeah.
Kotis is like it's not an A plus B, but it's like close. You know what I mean? Like, which is why I think we want this sort of, which is why I'm like sort of pushing for like a Citadel or an Adnaz style backup thing, because I think that what you're doing is you're getting a bunch of spells from your opponents, right? Which means at the end of the day, you are basically storming, right? It's just. Right. You know, when Kotis actually connects, right? So you get to play this weird, like, I'm playing mid-range until I'm storming
until
off.
You're not, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that makes sense. Yeah, I can get behind that.
Mm-hmm. How important do we think Tabernacle is? I think it's important, but I don't know if it's like super, super important.
I think it's not a land slot if we play it. Right?
Yeah. Well, I think I think we're including Tabernacle no matter what. The point of my questioning was more so: do we go into like the crop rotation space for it, right? Like,
oh well, I think if we decide that, it's going to come down to when we build out the rest of the mana base.
I think we should because we're going to probably want to be on Mistrise Village anyways.
Yes,
right.
Like, I think this is probably a crop rotation deck just generally, but now another question is this, I don't think this is a Gaia's Cradle deck.
I don't think so. No, we're playing Board Wipes and Tabernacle. No, it's definitely
like this feels like a bad Guy's Cradle deck.
No, I think our 3 important lands are going to be Tabernacle, Mistrise, and Shifting Woodlands too, right? That's going to be a huge one.
Mm-hmm.
And it's to the point where, like, if we're on the crop rotation package, like it's considerable to maybe be on Entomb, right? Because then we can just do Entomb, Bolster Citadel, Shifting Woodlands it back, type of mentality.
Yeah.
Kind of fun, right? Yeah.
I'd never thought about doing that before, but that makes a lot of sense. Entomb. Entomb.
Okay. We're cooking here.
We're cooking.
Are there any other creatures that we would want in cEDH or that like are commonly played in this format that kind of give us a similar vibe to Kotis in the sense that we would pump them and that would be a good thing? You know what I mean? You get where I'm going with that?
Yeah, I'm just like my brain like.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like the best pump spell stuff. I mean, the one that's like being played in the casual versions is like Cold-Eyed Selkie, right? Which is cute and funny. Oh, Curie, right?
Yeah, that's what I was.
Yeah.
That was the card I was trying to like in my mind, like in my brain was trying to like come up with, but I was like, I don't want to sit here and be like,
absolutely, we're playing fucking Curie. That's sick as hell. Yeah, and then probably Cold-Eyed Selkie, right? Like that feels like it's. If Selkie wasn't almost always unblockable in cEDH, I probably wouldn't care as much, but like it is.
Mm-hmm.
This is kind of based. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
it is pretty cool. Yeah. What else we got here? Smash cut. Back to it. Anyways, so Curie and Cold-Eyed Selkie were the best ones we could find that are redundancy for our commander's plan, in a sense, right? I mean, Kotis is way better because casting things for free is way better than just drawing cards.
But you could also do both.
But you could do both, yeah. And the fact that Curie comes down turn 1 even sometimes is kind of based, right? So that's definitely something. Oh, we should have an Elvish Spirit Guide in here, 3,000,000%. And then I think we'll probably want to be on Cabal Ritual, right? I think any mana counts for this deck, I think.
I would agree with that.
And I wonder, like, are we expecting that, like, us dealing combat damage to our opponents and, like, getting some value? Is that, like, I don't know. Oh, we need Yawgmoth's Will. That's one thing we definitely need, for sure.
Yes.
Any Calling Ritual deck, I feel like needs Yawgmoth's Will. Might be a hot take for some people, but I feel very confident in that decision. So right now, our central game plan is get one of our 2 mini Kotises, Kodisians, and or Kotis themselves, and then start womping. Good. Cool. We're in full fucking brain rot mode at this point. Like,
yeah.
Cool. Sick. Bowmasters, probably.
Oh, yeah.
Battle Chestnut.
I guess we should play good cards.
Yeah. Boo.
Good cards.
Well, Bowmasters does clear blockers, so it's actually kind of based in this deck. We don't need to go to Mutagenic Growth, right?
No.
Okay.
Honestly, I think Invigorate and Scale Up are perfect.
Yeah.
We don't need more.
Yeah. I agree. All right. So this is the base shell. We're at what, 88 cards? Okay. So we're getting somewhere. I feel like.
And realistically, we're honestly like at like
86.
86.
Yeah. because we want to get that land count maybe a little bit lower. Especially if we're growing this fast. Like I feel like this deck's probably going to be able to turbo pretty decently, if I'm being honest. And so this is like the one of those things where, we were pretty quick to go on Bolas Citadel, but I think one of the interesting things about like Bolas's versus Adnaz is like in these colors, in Sultai in particular, right? It's like Bolas Citadel is a worse card. I don't think like you or I have any sort of doubt about that, right?
Yeah.
But what the thing is that Citadel actually provides you a win condition through Reservoir Top, right? Like that's an actual win, as opposed to like Naz in these colors really just gives you the ability to
Naz just gives you a bunch of cards.
Right.
You don't have a great way in these colors of converting Nazes.
Right.
The big
issue. There's no Angel's Grace. There's no Breach, right? There's no way for it to like actually turn into, hey, this is winning me the game, right?
Now, if we do go to an Adnaz, like cards we want to probably play are like Summer Bloom.
I honestly think we should be on Summer Bloom.
Just period, generally,
right? Because it's good with Citadel, right? Like is the thing, right?
Where did it go? I added it, and then
I think it went to the main deck.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Where's it at?
I guess not.
What the
refresh? Maybe.
Happened?
What the fuck? Oh, Summer Blue.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And one thing I've been like finding that's like pretty decent right now is maybe even not necessarily something like a Summer Bloom, but like even looking at something like the new Foundations loot, right? Like 3 mana, you get an extra land drop every turn, right? I think they're a little bit better in something like Glarb, right? Because I think, being able to see the top of your library and like make your land drops off there is like kind of cute, right? But yeah. I think the extra land drop stuff does definitely help when you're looking at like a Citadel style thing. And obviously loot is just worse than exploration, right? Which is probably more realistically what we should be playing if we're going to go down that rabbit hole. But like, I don't know that the extra land thing doesn't necessarily hurt given the fact that 1, it works better with high velocity cards like Citadel, right? And 2, if we're not supporting creatures, it means that we need our ramp to come from other sources, right?
The other thing too is that it does give us to this package does let us play Naz if we do want to play Naz.
Yeah.
If we play Naz, I think we come off of Deadly Cover Up because I think that's a little bit too much.
Just beyond the 2.5 board wipes being Damnation, Calling Ritual, and Tabernacle.
Yeah. But the thing that these do really good is that post Naz, it helps you turn lands into mana.
Yeah.
Which is like a real thing.
Yeah. Absolutely. We probably need an Emergent Zone in the mana base as well, right? Just because I think it's going to be easier to convert with those, maybe.
I know how to spell. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Okay.
Emergence Zone has been added to the chat.
Yeah. I think we can cut loot if we're going to be on exploration, right? Like,
sure. Is this just a lands deck actually?
You're literally trying to build a Glarb deck right now, and I don't know why for some reason. You're like, all right, here's this Sultai commander that's much better at doing this thing. But what if instead we take this commander
we do
that's
this
not good
other
at
thing
all
that a different commander is good at doing?
Yeah. All right. Rein it in. We don't like. Oh wait. Grafdiggers is like so close,
Yeah, I don't know that we can play a Cage.
It's really just Yogs while it's stopping. Oh, and Citadel. Never mind. Yeah. No, let's not do that.
Yeah, like two pretty important pieces.
Yeah. No, I forgot the important one for sure.
Yeah.
My bad. I think earlier in the day I had thought about Grafdiggers before we added those pieces, and I was like, solid include. Good job, Ian. Do we think we're a Manifold Key deck? I feel like we're close. It also gives evasion, which is kind of cute,
Yeah. We're not a Manifold Key deck,
right? Like double Wishclaw activation, double One Ring activation, plus Mana Vault, Soul Ring, and Grim Monolith, which is something we should definitely have.
Yeah, I feel like honestly we're really close to
cEDH. Yep, there you go.
Yeah, fuck you. I think we're like really close to cutting this and just playing ad nauseam, honestly. Our curve is, if we look at the curve, it's like on the fucking ground. Like,
yeah,
like our curve is 1 and 2 drops. Like, I think if we hop off of this and play Nas, like I think we could pretty comfortably play Nas.
Yeah, let's do it.
You heard it here first, folks. Cal thinks we should play ad nauseum.
I know, right?
It does happen sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, that's been like one of the big theories about this deck is like just, we hit the point of like, oh, let's just play some good stuff, like, and then occasionally we'll get really cheesy with our commander. Also, it might be worth considering to play Berserk as well.
Did we not add that?
No, we haven't added Berserk yet.
Oh shit. I didn't know that there was a Wolverine Berserk.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's fucking rad, dude. Okay. Hell yeah. I love Secret Lairs in like Universes Beyond. I almost said OnlyFans. I don't know why, but I do also love OnlyFans, but that's a different.
Oh, that's completely unrelated. Jesus. All right. Anyways. Shit. What did I just see? That I saw a drop of honey, which are we a pestilence deck?
We're not a pestilence deck.
Right? It's like, I think should at least be sideboarded, because if we do step away from the Nas package a little bit, then like Pestilence
gets a lot better. Yeah.
Incredibly based. Yeah. Like, yeah.
That's interesting.
There.
That's interesting.
Also, we have not added Abrupt Decay or Assassin's Trophy yet, which probably both should be in there. Historically, folks might have heard me be kind of lower on Ass Trophy. However, with the amount of Gaia's Cradles decks running around, I think they are starting to get out of hand. And
I think Ass Trophy has certainly become like worked itself back into the metagame as being worth it.
Yeah, legitimately, this is a small PSA, but like be cognizant of these Cradle decks, because I think they are very, very real right now, and I think people are sleeping on them a little too much, as I've noticed. So like the Rog Thrasses and the Yoshi Thrasses and stuff like that, like they need to be respected because they deserve that respect. They're very fucking good.
Yeah.
What do you think about Last Laugh? Yeah, because like
sideboard it. I think if we decide to go away from Adnaz, the like Pestilence Last Laugh plan is like a thing.
Yeah, also Lethal Vapors too, right? Like,
yeah.
Do you know that one?
I think so, yeah. Oh, we should probably play Robe of the Archmagi, huh? Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, you draw that many cards.
Yeah.
And it's equip 1 for wizards.
I don't know. We're already doing that though, right? Like, why do we need redundancy on our effect?
Well, it's I'm going to add it to the shut up.
Hey, it's me, Rob of the Archmagi. You may recognize me from
Rob of the Archmagi.
Frosted Rob of the Archmagi. Amber.
Amber.
Also, if we're doing the ad nauseam variant, we should not be on the library.
Correct.
That one's gonna fuck with me for a bit. Yep. Oh, I already changed it.
You did? You're incredible. Thank you.
Wait, what?
Oh no, I changed it back.
No, you fucker. It's our least fucking productive episode in forever. Holy shit.
We haven't had an episode like this in a hot minute.
Yeah, this is giving me big red energy.
That was exactly what I was just thinking of. We get one of these episodes like once a year.
Yeah.
Nice.
Or we turn into absolute fucking anal clowns for sure.
Into what?
Anal clowns?
Not just clowns. Anal clowns.
Yeah.
So are we clowns that play in anuses, or are we like anal in the way that we're like very particular and have like
Cal, I'm being so clear. I don't get what you don't get. Oh man.
Oh Lord, that's funny.
What do you think about Douthie?
Douthie? I feel like we're supposed to play it, but I also don't know what it fucking does for us.
Yeah, it's also a little weird with meme bet, right?
Yeah. Fuck it. We don't have to play that.
Yeah. Do we play a Windfall?
This is a like juicy fruit, not juicy fruit. What are the like really good this is like Starburst the deck. Like it's just like they're Starburst jelly bean type of deck. This isn't a fruits and vegetables deck. This is like a jelly bean deck. Oh no. You're typing way too long. You're typing way too long. I'm scared.
Okay. Have you seen the fucking Instagram videos of Gabby from Traders and Bachelorette?
Yeah.
When she's just fucking like rambling and then they start like playing like music in the background. She's going off about something. That was what just happened there. Okay. Just trying to read the fucking name of the commander
Future me is going to be so pissed off. Because editing this, I know for a fact that editing this is going to be a fucking nightmare.
Oh, yeah. Good luck.
Oh, that's so funny.
Okay. I will win the fucking game. So we resolve a Nas, and then you what? Have to get Oracle Console, right? Like,
or you get like a Aetherflux sort of thing going.
Yeah, you can get an Aetherflux sort of thing going. I think it's probably best that we don't try and do Necro shit, because I think this is a bad Necro deck.
Yeah, I think this is an incredibly bad Necro deck. I don't know why I put so much emphasis on that word.
You're good. I think it's sold. Sold the point.
Deck.
So if we're hard yogging. Hard yog willing. Beseech the Mirror? Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Well, maybe.
How many incidentals do we have? We don't have a whole ton.
Not a lot, actually.
Yeah.
It might not be a Beseech the Mirror deck.
Yeah. Wild Growth, maybe?
Thank you for calling that out, because I was trying to add it earlier and I couldn't remember the name of the card.
Okay.
You know, And just because we're...
Cal, you've not added Mindbreak Trap or Veil of Summer.
I didn't?
No, I'll add those right now.
Oh.
Okay. Also, if we're on Nas, then we should Mystical Tutor for sure.
Yes.
It's tough too, because I feel like we want Calling the Weak, but we literally can't.
Do we want... what's the green tutor called?
That does what, bud? There's a bunch of those.
Fuck off. Worldly tutor.
Wasn't me being shady.
I know. I just...
This reminds me of like kind of my Yenet deck a lot, right? Where I'm like,
yeah, it does have some of that energy, huh?
Yeah. What's yeah, I guess we really got to just hope that we're beating the shit out of people with their decks, huh? Is that kind of the idea?
I don't like how low on the creature count we are in a Sultai deck. It just feels, I mean, it's the way our deck is.
Yeah.
It just feels loose.
Yeah, I think they were supposed to, though.
Yeah.
What about...
Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
We're on all of this, like, play an additional land shit. We are absolutely on both Bristly Bill and Scythe.
Oh, Scythe Cat. Sure.
Yeah,
sure.
like, I think we just play both of them.
Yeah. All right, sure. Yeah.
If we're going to be on Summer Bloom and, like, if we're doing all of those, we might as well.
And we don't have to, but yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
We're at 101 right now. I don't know.
What was the 101 that we added?
The Entomb gets worse, I think, over time.
I think
we're not doing
too.
anything with Graveyard, you know?
Yeah, I think it probably is worth cutting.
Okay.
Cut.
Yeah, I'm just, once again, the big concern for me is, like, how do we win? Like, I'm okay with just valuing until we get our Oracle console. That's fine. But, like, post Nas, we really have to get that Aetherflux up and going, right?
We have to get that or a Oracle console, basically.
Yeah. Do we?
I genuinely think that it might be, like you might have laughed at this earlier and thought I was joking. I genuinely think like a Jace Wielder of Mysteries or something like that is worth playing.
Is that better than just playing ISO Rev?
Why would we don't have an outlet for ISO Rev.
Doesn't matter. Post Nas ISO Rev. Like, you should be able to win the game at that point. You know?
Yeah, I suppose.
And I think, well, okay. We don't have a way to get Dramatic Reversal back from the graveyard because Yawgmoth's doesn't do that. So we would need like a Noxious too. You know?
Yeah, we if we add that in, I feel like we have to add in like a bunch 4 or 5 more cards. Yeah. Whereas like if we add in like a Jace, it's just here's a Jace.
Jace is bad. Can we do that, Ladman? Is that not?
I mean, we could, but it's like you still have to draw a card in order to trigger it. So you have to have a card draw spell on top of, so it's like, in looking at this deck, we have like the One Ring.
Well, no, we actually have a lot of ways, right? So there's always the upkeep Labman in response to stuff, right? There's the doing it in response to a Heuristic or Mystic trigger, right? There's the...
We don't have flash stuff, though.
What?
We don't have any of the flash stuff to like put it, just throw it in.
Oh, yeah. That's fine, though, right? Like, in Demonic Consultation and Tainted Pact have flash.
Oh,
have you never just stuck a Labman and said, fucking try me? It's great. Oh, my God. Yeah. Like, it's actually a really good play pattern. Because
I have really bad anxiety.
Appreciate the realness for sure.
Like I'm sure it's a great play pattern. I don't have the
constitution. Yeah,
I don't have the constitution to do that. But
it's not. That's not.
Harry, get on that.
Yeah, honestly, they should have more nicknames in Moxfield. Okay, so
the fuck,
Dr. Ian Malcolm, come on.
I've never seen this.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awful.
No,
I take it back. I hate Universes Beyond. I hate Universes Beyond so much. Okay.
Man. The best part is you can play a Tasker deck with that as a win condition.
I felt I have never felt so physically repulsed by something that I felt myself suck into myself. I don't know what I'm trying to say there, but I just felt myself go.
Yeah. No, you sucked yourself because you were so upset. You ever been
ever be so upset you suck yourself? You might be a redneck if you ever suck yourself.
What'd you learn in the Mind Sculptors this week?
Whenever people are just come into our comments or come into any of our the stuff where it's engage with us in a way where we they're taking it super serious. I just want to be do you fucking watch our content? Because we are two of the least serious people that exist. We have real opinions, but we also just have this problem where you put the two of us together.
So upset that we just suck ourselves. It's a real fucking problem.
We don't suck each other. No, we suck ourselves. Oh my God.
I'm doing the mana base.
Okay.
Oh man.
I feel like the mana base is the final thing.
Yeah.
And then we can call it an episode. But one might.
Well,
say.
We also got to do a couple mulligans to see if this is fucking anything.
I mean, I think.
No.
This is a starburst kind of deck. This Cody or Kieran.
For fuck's sake. Okay, we have 100 cards.
Okay. Let's do the I know this is a starburst kind of deck, but let's do the fruits and vegetable stuff with it. God, we have so many things that are we should turn into merch. Uh-oh.
What?
You adding that to the description?
No. Continue.
I don't feel safe right now. I don't know what you're doing.
All right, what do the hands look like?
What did you do?
Don't worry about it.
I don't like it. Okay. Opening hand. This has one land in it. That's bad.
Snapkeep.
All right. What are you, Phoenix?
Little slow. Oh, we didn't add Ancient Tomb. Shit. Wait. Abort. This is technically our 6, right?
No, we changed the deck. This is our 7. This is our first 7.
First 7 sucks.
Yeah. Restart. Sorry to scream in your ear. Restart.
All right. Second 7. Go to 6. It's a turn 2 Kotis, right?
Yeah, that's fine. You have a thing to make it big. Yeah. And you have a vamp tutor.
Bonk.
There's 2. Yeah, there are 2 things to make it big.
That's 6 mana worth of shit we're just going to take next turn. Yeah. Pretty good. Or turn 3. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Kind of based. Yeah.
So we go draw. Oh, it got even better. Play that. Go get the old. What did I just put it back in the deck?
Yeah. Whoa, fetch lands are crazy.
Okay, so this gets a drop. Play this next turn.
Yep.
Oh, we drew a dark control. That's actually kind of hilarious. So we play this. Boom, 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 boom. Turn 3. Oh, we drew a Tabernacle at Pendril Vale on turn 3.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
So, hold on. So we go Tabby boy. Oh, Tabby boy. Tap that. Darker it. Play.
Do we need to waste the dark red?
We don't have another. Well, if we want to play, I guess we can hang on to the Rancor.
What are you talking about?
We can't. We have a bird. Never mind. Okay, so we need to play Rancor first.
Yeah. Why?
Because this gets hexproof from monocolored.
Hexproof.
Yay! Does that make? Oh yeah. Not. Never mind. Okay.
Yeah. So we actually 100% want to play the thing that gives us protection from getting blown out first.
Yeah.
Right?
So we play this first. Yep. Equip.
Yep.
That's equipped. Play this. So it gets.
Yeah.
So it's a how big? A 4/6. A 6/3.
Yeah.
Bonk.
Pretty based. Yeah.
All right. Another opening hand.
Yeah.
Huh. Probably mold that one.
Yeah.
Second 7. Not that.
Yeah.
6. We could go really hard on playing Wild Growth and Utopia Sprawl on a breeding pool.
When did we add Utopia Sprawl?
I added it at some point. I figured if we're like, it's probably fine because we're not going to play as many creature ramp spells. So it kind of makes up for like not playing like a Llanowar Elves or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't like this hand. I think we go to 5.
Yep.
5. I don't like it.
If a modification we should be making is like, should we be on? Oh, I guess that doesn't work. I was going to say City of Traders and another Talisman, but I guess the way the 4 mana works with Kotis is that you need triple pip, which means that spread won't ever be positive.
Yeah.
I guess they also do it a lot in the Idris decks, and it ends up working out pretty decently. So I think that might be worth considering later on. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in the meantime, this sucks.
Yeah. Go to 4. This is even worse, but I don't think we can go past 4.
Nah, I got a 3 here.
Oh. This is why you're a champ and I'm not.
See? That's why you got a 3.
So what is left out of this?
So the move here is most likely to just keep gemstones. Well, my initial configuration or thought pattern here is just like gemstones, something to pitch away, and then imp seal, right? Because you just go grab fish, worst case scenario, right?
Mm-hmm.
Also, there's any sort of permutation of land draws at this point. It's just basically like whatever you least care about exiling forever. So you're keeping it effective too, right? But like it is what it is. You're at 3,
Mm-hmm.
But playing our spells is more important than we get blown out here.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. New opening hand.
Yeah. Hopefully
we're not going to learn anything from a mold of 2.
No, I don't think so. A little too slow. It's close.
A little too slow. Go to second 7.
Yep. Turn 2 Bristly Bill is not good enough for sure.
Yeah. If it was a turn 1 Bristly Bill, I'd be into it. But okay, this is something.
Turn 1 Utopia Sprawl or Mana Vault, doesn't matter. Turn 2, we still don't have enough to get our guy out.
But we're probably turn 2 like DT is what this hand is.
Realistically, you're just like DT pass, right?
Yeah. Like, I think that's what this hand does.
Adnaz, right? Like, I think.
Yeah. Because at 6, I think you just put back like Serenade.
We mentioned beforehand, Kotis is a good plan. It's a good value plan, but it's the backup plan, right? Like sometimes just slam and jam it is an easier plan.
Yeah, like honestly, I think what this opening hand is it's either you go and get an Adnaz, or depending on like the board configuration, you go and get like a Ristic Study.
Yeah.
Because if you're in a pod where like it's just a bunch of blue decks and you're probably just going to sit there and like, a standoff with everybody. Like, I don't know that Nods is great, but
yeah.
Okay.
Actually, let's try this. I want to see how bad the Nods is in this deck.
Okay. So we draw for turn. Wait, what are we? We're putting the Serenade back. So put that to
this is
the
a
bottom.
6.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we draw. Get a Bayou here.
I mean, that changes it, right? Like
the Delighted Halfling.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
You always change, or you always play something that has Summoning Sickness before you play something that doesn't, right?
Yeah. So we play the Delighted Halfling.
Yep, with the Bayou specifically.
Yep. Next turn. Okay, that opens things up a lot, actually.
So you play Command Tower, then you use Utopia Sprawl the Bayou, right? Because it's literally free.
Yep. What do we tap to play that on the Bayou? I think we tap the Command Tower.
Yeah. It's the only thing we can tap.
Yeah. And then
now we have 3 mana still available. So you just do the mana Vault Demonic Tutor, right?
Yeah. Tap this for colorless.
Grab Adnaz. Might as well grab the Bayou while you're in there too.
Yeah. By who? By you. Okay, next turn. Okay. I think I play the brass here. And then
yeah, let's hypothetically main phase it and see what happens.
Yeah. So I think
we never name the color with Utopia Sprawl, but we'll just assume it's black.
Yeah, we'll just
even if it's blue, it doesn't really matter here.
Right? I think if this was our game plan to play the Nas on 3, we were probably naming black with it. So.
Yeah. Now there's a potential safer line here than just jamming this Nas if we're worried about interaction. Pop quiz, Cal. Do you know what it is?
What's that?
A DTing for both Citadel, actually. And why is it safer?
Because you don't have to go for it.
No, little bit more clean than that.
Oh, you can cast it with the Delighted Halfling.
It's a legendary motherfucker.
Yeah, that's why.
Yep, that's.
I was like,
sick. Yeah.
I felt like a kid in school where like your teacher is like asking you a question you're supposed to know, and you're just sitting there and you're like, I know I'm supposed to know this.
This is 100% something I do in my coaching sessions all the
time. I know I'm supposed to know this, and I know this, but my brain is okay. So let's see: 0,
based,
2,
shit. This is easy dubs.
3. Yeah, I think we have what we need, though.
What do you do here?
Well, between both the Chromox, the Mox Opal, the Culling Writ, the Grim Monolith, Soul Ring, and a Wish Claw. I think you can Wish Claw for like a Thoracle here.
Yeah, the math does check out there as far as that part's concerned, for sure.
That's my thought on a line, because then you can just you do that, you Culling Writ, and then you have the mana you need for your Tainted Pact, and then you have like some amount of backup.
Yeah.
And if you want to Conqueror's Flail, depending on what you get on a Culling Ritual mana, you can go that way
play
too.
A dork and then flail it. Yeah,
right.
For 5. Although if they let you do all that and then Culling Writ, I think you're probably pretty okay.
Well, no, my point was you like play this after a Culling Ritual is my point. Because Because if you have the excess mana post a Culling Ritual, you could play that to be safe if you really felt like you needed
right. My point is, like, if they had something that that Flail is stopping, like, they probably would have done it already.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I agree.
Okay. Came together.
Yeah, I think it's
we
fine.
had a lot of things in our favor in that situation, right? So
if we had gone deeper, we would have hit a Bowmasters. Yeah. Doesn't really change that math at all. So
yeah, I don't think you're ever supposed to go deeper there, to be honest.
I agree. I think you just stop, but
yeah, you die for a number of different cards to the deck.
Yeah.
Right. We're cooking with stuff here for sure.
This is an interesting opening hand. I think the lack of blue is kind of a bitch, but
it's way too slow. Right.
Yeah.
Let's turn 1 deleted, turn 2 do nothing, pass. Right.
Yeah. This is significantly better.
I would double check that one, bud.
I thought that was Bayou.
Nope. Good old shifties. It's one of the reasons that card is I have a love-hate relationship with it.
This is a turn 2 study.
Yeah, I think you just exile Labman or the Cabal Ritual. Probably the Cabal Ritual.
Yeah. You want to keep around Labman. All right. Well, I think we saw quite a bit of this. And I think it's like, oh, my headphones are dying on me.
Sounds like a good time to wrap things up.
Yeah. Well, so this was our demented attempt at making this deck. Ian, if people would like to do this in a more serious way with you, how could people reach out and do that?
Yeah, if you want this, but with less sort of hysteria, you can find me at comedianmtg@gmail.com, or you can find me over at any of the places in my link tree that Cal is wonderful enough to leave down in the link below. Yeah, for sure. Find me in any of those places. That's it. Yeah, if you want cEDH coaching, whether it be brewing, deck building, taking those step ups with politics or gaming, all that kind of stuff, find me there. Yeah.
And if you want to support us here on the Mind Sculptors, you can head over to www.patreon.com/the Mind Sculptors, and you can help support us over there. That would be that goes a long way. So with that being said, I'm Cal.
I'm Ian.
Stay sculpty, everybody. See you next week.
Bye.